Okay, so we are going to simplify the order of operations on the left side while justifying which property we used. So according to order of operations, the first thing I would do is 1 divided by 5, which is just 1/5. Okay, no property justifies that. So we would just say, okay, that's substitution. Okay, now the next step would be to multiply 1/5 times 5. So 1/5 times 5 is 1. Bring down your times 4. Okay, the property that justifies that 1/5 times 5, so 5 and its opposite multiplied together is 1, is the inverse property of multiplication. Okay? And then 1 times 4 is 4. Did 1 get to keep its identity? No. Did 4 get to keep its identity? Yes. So this is the identity property of multiplication. Done. Next one. All right, our first step according to order operation is this 3 squared. So 3 squared is 9. Okay? No property is like, hey, 3 squared is 9, so that's substitution. Our next step is inside the parentheses. So 9 minus 9 is 0. Okay, so which property tells me that 9 minus 9 is 0? That is the inverse property of addition. Okay, and then last but not least, 7 plus 0 is 7. Did 7 get to keep its identity? Yes. Therefore, this is the identity property of addition. All right, next one. Let's start off right here. So 3 times 2 is 6. Bring everything else down. Okay, so what tells me that 3 times 2 is 6? Nothing, so that's substitution. Next, 6 minus 5 is 1. Nothing tells me that 6 minus 5 is 1. Therefore, that's also substitution. Okay, next, I multiply left to right. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, which property tells me that 2 times 1 is 2? So did 2 get to keep its identity? Yes, that's the identity property of multiplication. Okay, I still need to multiply. So 3 times 1/3 is 1. Which property tells me that 3 times 1/3 is 1? That is the inverse property of multiplication. And then last but not least, 2 plus 1 is 3. Does any property ever tell you that 2 plus 1 is 3? No. So that would be substitution. And last one. Okay, according to order of operations, we do what's inside the parentheses first. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Bring everything else down. No property tells me that 12 divided by 4 is 3, so that's just good old substitution. Okay, once again, I still got to go within the parentheses, so 3 minus 3 is 0. Which property tells me that 3 plus its opposite is 0? That's the inverse property of addition. Okay, now I need to multiply left to right. So 6 times 1/6 is 1. Okay, so those are opposites, so that's the inverse of multiplication. Remember, that could also be called the multiplicative inverse. Next one is 5 times 0, which is 0. Remember, if you have 2 zeros, that's the zero product property. And last but not least, 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 got to stay the same. Therefore, it's the identity property. And then this is of addition. That's it.